Who is the Ultra 3.0 Foldable Pilates reformer actually good for? Who should walk away, and why might the price feel a little steep for someone who just wants to dabble in a few mat stretches? And most importantly, does it deliver enough everyday value to justify that cost for the average home gym buyer? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Those are the three questions that keep popping up in the comments whenever a new piece of equipment lands on the market, and they're exactly what I tried to answer after spending a few weeks setting this reformer up in a spare bedroom, swapping it in and out of storage, and testing the whole range of motions it promises. First off, the biggest hesitation most people have is the fear of buying a giant, impossible-to-move piece of equipment that ends up hogging space forever. The Ultra 3.0 tries to solve that problem with a patented one-hand folding mechanism and a set of smooth wheels that roll the frame into a compact rectangle. In practice, folding it takes about 10 seconds, and the wheels make it easy to slide the whole thing from a hallway into a closet. I was able to store it behind a door without having to disassemble any of the springs or the wooden extension. That convenience is the kind of hidden trade-off that matters if you live in an apartment or share a room with a partner. If you have a dedicated workout space and don't need to move the machine, you might not need that level of portability, but for anyone juggling limited floor space, it's a genuine plus. The next concern is whether the reformer feels solid enough for regular, intense use. The frame is built from aerospace-grade aluminum and stainless steel, with natural maple wood panels on the carriage. The springs are advertised to endure over 300,000 stretches, which translates to roughly a decade of daily 30-minute sessions before you'd start noticing any slack. I put the machine through a full Pilates sequence footwork, long spine stretch, and the jumping board cardio bursts, and the resistance felt consistent throughout. The patented handle adjustment system lets you slide the handles forward or back without any wobble, so you can keep your elbows close to the body during arm circles or move them out for a wider push-off without the handles rattling. That smooth, secure feel is exactly what you want when you're balancing on one leg or trying to maintain a precise spine alignment. Now, who should definitely consider buying this reformer? If you're a regular Pilates practitioner who already knows the basic reformer moves and you want a studio-grade experience at home, the Ultra 3.0 hits the sweet spot. It supports up to 800 pounds, so it's safe for a wide range of body types, including taller users who need the extended wooden platform to fully stretch their legs. The added sitting box and jump board broaden the exercise library. You can do seated footwork for low-impact core work or fire up the jump board for a cardio interval that feels more like a low-impact box jump than a static stretch. Families with multiple users also benefit from the high weight capacity and the fact that the machine arrives about 90% pre-assembled. You basically pull it out of the box, attach a couple of bolts, and you're ready to roll, which saves you a weekend of fiddling with instructions. On the flip side, there are clear reasons to walk away. If you're a beginner who has never set foot on a reformer, the learning curve might feel steep, and you'll probably spend more time watching tutorials than actually moving. The Ultra 3.0 doesn't come with a built-in instructional screen or a subscription to a class platform, so you'll need to source your own lessons. That isn't a deal-breaker, but it does add an extra cost if you're relying on paid apps. Also, the price point sits higher than the basic fold-up models that only offer a single spring set and a simple carriage. If your goal is to add a little resistance to a home workout and you're not planning on doing advanced leg springs or jumping board cardio, you could end up paying for features you'll never use. Let's talk about the everyday usability that most reviewers gloss over. The carriage moves along a low-friction rail that glides smoothly even when you load the springs to the highest tension. During my testing, I noticed that the carriage didn't drift when I paused between repetitions, which is crucial for maintaining proper form. The wooden platform feels warm under the hands, a small comfort that you don't get with all-metal designs. However, the wood does require occasional oiling to keep it from drying out, especially if you keep the machine in a low-humidity apartment. That maintenance step is minor but worth mentioning if you're not a fan of routine upkeep. One practical weakness that became apparent after a few days of use was the width of the footbar. While it's sturdy enough to handle heavy pushes, the bar is a bit narrower than what you'd find on a commercial studio reformer. If you